Mary Netherton Daily Chronicle, Morning Edition, February 11th, 1926. Good morning, gentle listeners. Edmund Pruitt, greeting you on this Thursday, as our village greets the second week of February, beneath skies that have returned to winter's more accustomed palette. The weather presents us with what Mr. Higgins describes as a Thursday morning of characteristic February reserve, with cloud settling low over the valley and a dampness in the air that discourages any lingering at the garden gate, though the temperatures remain moderate enough to spare us from frost, and the lanes should hold dry through the afternoon. A westerly breeze carries the faint sweetness of wood smoke from cottages, and those with Thursday errands may proceed knowing that conditions, whilst grey, will not worsen as the hours advance. The tea room announces a Thursday special of warm pikelets with honey, which Mrs. Hartley considers the sort of offering that improves any February morning, the honey adding a brightness the sky has declined to provide. Watson made 3 deliberate passes along the bench seating this morning before pausing at its far end, having apparently confirmed to his own satisfaction that the cushions met the standards required for Thursday's custom. Mrs. Barnes's leghorn hen produced this morning's egg at 10 minutes past 7, with what Mrs. Barnes characterizes as the efficiency of a bird who has taken the full measure of February and found it no obstacle whatsoever to her schedule. The bird completed a circuit of the garden's southern border afterward, before returning to her shelter with the composed air of one satisfied that all is proceeding in good order. Mrs. Crawford wishes to alert residents that the post office has temporarily exhausted its supply of brown wrapping paper. The shortage follows a disruption to the usual delivery from the stationer in Cheltenham, whose own stock was delayed by difficulties with the supplier. The postmistress assures patrons that a fresh consignment is expected on Saturday's delivery and asks that those wishing to post parcels requiring wrapping kindly bring their own paper in the interim or delay their business until the supply is restored. Mrs. Crawford notes that string, sealing wax, and all other postal sundries remain fully available, and postal services themselves continue without interruption. The Reverend Holloway announces that this Sunday's service will include the reading of banns for the forthcoming marriage of young Mr. Willoughby and Miss Olive Allingham, the first such reading in a series of 3 required before the spring ceremony. The Reverend invites the congregation to share in this joyful occasion and reminds parishioners that the service commences at the usual hour. That concludes our morning report. This is Edmund Pruitt, reminding you that our evening edition will follow the 6 o'clock bells. Until then, St. Mary Netherton carries on through a February Thursday with the steady purpose that sees our village through every season.